Good morning, sweet super friends, and welcome to the Sunday, June something, 6th, 7th. I don't even know what we're on. But it's Sunday and it's the sacred news and weather. And I'm looking at myself here with my reader headband and my flock of seagulls. Is anybody else seeing the 80s band Flock of Seagulls right now? Because that's what I'm seeing. And I'm whispering because my kids are still asleep. Um, I have a cold. I had a huge day yesterday, so I didn't make it in, and my daughter might come in because I hear her stirring downstairs, but I thought if I don't come in now and give you a message now, I might not get here today either. Yesterday was soccer, pool party, dance recital, and today is hippie church graduation party, drop dead. And I have a feeling that by the time I am done with that graduation party, I truly will be ready to drop. I am very much an introvert. And I've had more socialization in the last 3 days than I probably had in the last 3 months. So I think that's also partially why I got sick. I was saying to a friend this morning, I was like, yeah, I think the weird bacterial eye infection and the cold are like small talk preventative measures. It's like my body like, oh, keep your distance. I'm unwell. I can't have small talk with you at the end of the school year. But that's not actually true. I have been enjoying my social time. I have some wonderful people in my life. It's just really hard for me because I like to be quiet and on the inside and not on the outside. Anyway, I do have a message for us, so I'm going to stop babbling and I am going to talk to all of you. As with everything I do, please take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and know that these messages are timeless. So whether you're tuning in real time on Sunday, June, whatever, or some other date, I think it's the 7th, but I didn't look at my phone and it's over there somewhere. So I'm not going to worry about it. But these messages are timeless. So if you're tuning in, you will likely find yourself here. And if you don't, go ahead and turn me off. Okay, enough of me. I'm going to be quiet and just be the vessel. So I feel like today's message is going to be another divine masculine, divine feminine message. I feel like I have one of each that wants to come through. And again, these are not gendered. So whether you identify as divine masculine or you are very much in tune with your divine masculine energy, that is your outflowing energy, as opposed to your divine feminine, which is that more receiving, softer, I just heard structure, and that's true in the Kabbalah. The feminine, the left pillar is very much the pillar of structure, whereas the right pillar, the masculine pillar, is that outgoing flow energy. And it can seem, for those of you who know energy, it can seem a little flip flopped, but trust me on this one. And the more you hang out with me and talk about the tree of life, the more you will grow to understand the way it works. But for our masculine energies, for our divine masculines, for both actually, the universal message that I got for us in meditation this morning was trust issues, trust issues, trust issues, trust issues. And so that's what I'm going to be speaking to today for both, but there's a slightly unique flavor for each of the categories. So for my masculines, what I saw was two things. One was this very lone wolf frequency where there is, and this is the wounding of the toxic patriarchy on our divine masculines, right? So this is toxic patriarchy saying you must do everything yourself. You must be, your power lies within, and you must be a lone wolf. And while your power does center in your connectivity with your heart and your divinity, this lone wolf myth has been so dangerous to our society. We are all connected. We need one another, and we are meant to tune into and tap into and use one another. And by use, I don't mean like drain and abuse, I mean connect with and come together as a united front. And so for our masculines, I was seeing this very like, I must do this all alone before I can connect with another, before I can provide for my partner, before I can provide for my person, before I could provide for my family. I saw this very lone wolf. I'm all alone and I must figure out everything myself. And it was a very lonely energy. It was not an empowered lone wolf, which is kind of also a myth, but sometimes there is that frequency of like, yes, I am in my power and I am moving through the world and I don't need anybody. And again, it's false, it's a myth, but I can see that stance. And this was not that. This was very much, I am lonely, I am all alone, I am missing my other person, I am missing my people, I am missing my family, I am missing my friends, but I have nothing to offer them until I can accomplish this thing, whatever that thing is for you. Until I can conquer this thing, then I must remain alone. I have to figure this out. I have to go within. I have to figure this out. And here's what I want to say to you, my divine masculines. Spirit has been putting in your world over and over again people, experiences, invitations for you to connect with the very people, the very experiences that are going to move you forward in your life. These people, these places, these experiences have literally been like moving in front of you, dropped in your lap, stumbled over. They have arrived. And it is this toxic belief that you must do this alone that is actually keeping you from your full power, keeping you from your true power, keeping you from your complete connectivity. It is this belief that you must do it all yourself and you must like put yourself here that is keeping you from your very power, the very kind of power, the benevolent power that you desire. And by benevolent power, I mean it is not the lone wolf power. It is the power of deep connection with self, which then allows for the deep connection with other that will expand your universe. There is a feeling of like the card is the hermit, the tarot card is the hermit, where the hermit is by himself, depending upon the deck, or by herself, and carrying a lantern that illuminates the path. And that lantern is that healing light. That lantern is the light that is shining to illuminate your world, to illuminate what is available to you. And the feeling that I have is that you have not been wrong for going into your hermitude to heal. You have not been wrong to use that light to see. It is not bad or wrong, and you are still meant to. I feel like a couple of days ago I delivered a message where you are meant to not publicize your plans and go big and be peacocky about what it is that you're doing, and that still holds true. But there's this feeling of allowing that lantern to illuminate and really open your view, open your eyes. I'm hearing wide angle lens, like really gazing at your life, particularly the last 6 months or so, six, eight, maybe even the last year. Opening up the wide angle lens and really allowing yourself to see all of the people and places and experiences that came forward for you for your expansion that it feels like you might have rejected. You might have rejected them saying, no, I must do this myself before I can step into this. And Spirit wants you to know that those people and places and experiences were placed before you for that very healing, for that very expansion. And it's time to really open your eyes to all that has come through, there's a feeling of inviting you to roll the camera back to look at those moments where people, places, and experiences arrived to help you and you refused the help. What am I hearing? I'm hearing there's no going back, but there is going forward. So I just want to give that to you as well. There's something more here before I move on to our feminines that I want to see if I can find. So the feeling is in that toxic patriarchal wounding, in that lone wolf belief, there has also been people coming forward for you that have been beneath you. And I don't like using that term because I believe that we are all, worthy, we are all beautiful, we are all incredible beings. But there have been people that you have chosen to listen to bring closer to you, to allow to come into your world that have not been the helpers. And it feels like you've allowed those people and experiences in the lower vibration. Maybe that's a better term. You have allowed in lower vibrational people and experiences to come in this lone wolf stage because it allowed you to feel more powerful and more in control. So you've allowed these lower frequency, these lower vibrational experiences to come and in some instances move closer to you because you know them, because you know that you are instinctively vibrating above them and you feel more in control, you feel more in your power, you feel like you have the power and the control over those situations. So you've allowed those people and experiences to come forward and be in your space, in your energy. And Spirit wants me to let you know that those people and experiences are actually keeping you from your true power, from your true abundance. It brings you into that lower frequency and keeps you what you feel is safe and perhaps even comfortable because it's known, but it's those people, it's those experiences that are keeping you small. They're keeping you from your true expansion. They're keeping you from your true power because they're keeping you comfortable in this very uncomfortable place. And so, again, the invitation, my divine masculines, or those of you who are really in touch with your masculine energy, is to expand your purview. It's to open up the wide angle lens. It's to shine that hermit lantern, that healing light into what's before you, and to allow what challenges you, what scares you a little, what makes you like, a little bit nervous-sighted to really come into your life, to leave behind these low vibrational energies and to step into what is making you inherently uncomfortable. Because I promise you, this is where your growth, your expansion, your healing truly lies. Okay. I'm going to leave my masculine. I'm going to hit pause for a moment and just check on my daughter here. Hang on one second. Okay, sorry about that. Hopefully that's just a little blip in the ethers for you. My daughter's fine. I got to take a sip of my coffee and I'm going to come over to my divine feminine and I might be sneezing again here. So I might pause this again, but we'll see how this goes. For my divine feminine energies, the way the trust issue piece came in for you is over here we have the masculine not opening to people and places and experiences that were literally sent by spirit to expand them. Over here I can see where you have allowed your people, places, and experiences to expand you. It's again like our feminines are one step ahead of our masculines in terms of the evolution of the planet, in terms of the evolution of the spirit. And that's not entirely true on an individual level, but on a global level, our feminines are, we've been doing the work. We've been allowed to do the work a lot longer than you have. So that's all it is. We've just had permission to feel our feelings and to connect in new ways, in a way that our masculines have not. But for my feminines over here, what I'm feeling is for your lone wolf energy, it's that forgetting that we actually do have etheric guides. So there's a feeling for our masculines that there are people and places and experiences like in the 3D that are coming in. And for my feminines, it feels like we are also forgetting and believing that we have to do this all by ourselves because we have been unsupported by our masculines who have not been able to rise up and meet us in these expanded places. But for you, my feminines, the feeling is that there is like literally the hand of the divine. There's a new guide. There are new guides. There's a whole support team available to you to help you, to aid you in your expansion and in your elevation, in your ascension into your next and highest timeline. And there's a feeling of keeping your sacred vision narrow and small here because it's what you know. And while it's not wrong, because you are inherently surrendered and you're inherently trustworthy of your intuition and your process, you are keeping your sacred vision small. And this came through the other day too with my suddenly I'm blind and one eye and my face is swelling. This came through also, but there's this feeling of narrowing our sacred vision, not allowing our own wide angle lens to come through, but it feels more on an etheric level than it does in the earthly realms. What feels like for our men, there are, or our masculines, there are people and places and experiences that are coming through in the 3D. For you, my lovely feminines, it is a much more etheric experience. And it is by surrendering your energy to these grand etheric experiences, by trusting your intuition even more. There's the feeling of like, am I crazy? You're not crazy. Is this real? This is real. Allowing yourself to believe the fullness of the vision that you have for your most beautiful life, really allowing that vision to be what is real and what is truly possible and what is truly coming for you, or you more than coming for you, it is going to unfold, it's going to come through you. But there's a feeling of allowing yourself to visualize it right here so that you can meet it and it can meet you. And it's going to be a little bit of both. It's like spirit is going to deliver, but it's also going to unfold from you. But we need to expand our sacred vision and allow ourselves to believe that we are so supported, we are so held, we are so divinely guided that all that we want, all that we desire, all that we can see for ourselves is not just fantasy, it's not just dream work, it is the truth of who we are becoming. There's an unfolding, there's a becoming that's coming through you that is going to expand everything that is possible for you. And we need to come out of this narrow vision and open, open, open to all that's truly possible for us. Now, I'm being told to remind all of us that we both have the divine masculine and the divine feminine inside of us, within us, moving through us, running the show, driving the bus, driving the boat for us at all times. And so both of these pieces, the divine masculine and the divine feminine, can be true for you, regardless of where you are more strongly identifying. So it is not necessarily going to be entirely etheric for the feminines in this collective. It's not going to be entirely 3D for the masculines in this collective. It is both. We have both. But we are all being invited to surrender our trust issues with people, with places, with experiences, and give it to the divine. There's this energy of invitation of leaning back and allowing ourselves to be held, allowing ourselves to be supported, allowing ourselves to surrender to what is on offer, to see what is truly on offer, to step out of the lower frequencies, to step out of the lower vibrations, and to step into your full power. My daughter is back. So I am going to end us here. I'm going to say, please, oh, please, oh, please, like and share and subscribe to my channel. Maybe hype this message if that calls to you. Comment below, come and talk to me. I will see you tomorrow. Happy Sunday. Bye bye.